Life is full of struggles. Sometimes it feels like no matter what you do, the problems keep piling up, and the light at the end of the tunnel is nowhere to be seen. We all go through moments like this, where we feel stuck, tired, and ready to give up. But here's the truth: every struggle has an end. Just like the darkest night always gives way to the sunrise, your difficult days are also preparing to pass. The Stoics believe that struggles are not punishments, but tests, opportunities to build strength, wisdom, and character. The good news is that before struggles end, they often give you signs. Small shifts in the way you think, act, and feel show that you are already moving toward peace. These signs are proof that your storm is losing its power over you. In this video, I'll share with you 5 clear signs your struggles are about to end based on Stoic philosophy. Listen carefully, and if you notice these signs in your own life, know this: you are closer to freedom than you realize. 1. You've stopped blaming others. When life gets tough, the easiest thing to do is point fingers. We say, "It's because of my parents, my boss, my partner, or just bad luck." Blaming others gives us temporary relief because it shifts responsibility away from us, but in reality, it keeps us stuck in the same struggle. The Stoics taught that we cannot control what others do. We can only control how we respond. When you stop blaming people or situations, you take your power back. You no longer let the outside world decide how you feel inside. That's the first step to true freedom. Think about it. Every time you blame someone, you're handing them control over your emotions. If they're responsible for your pain, then only they can fix it. But when you say, "I choose how I respond," suddenly the control shifts back to you. That's strength. This doesn't mean others are perfect or innocent. People will hurt you. Circumstances will test you. But when you stop pointing fingers, you stop wasting energy on things you cannot change. Instead, you focus on what you can control: your mindset, your choices, your growth. For example, instead of saying, "My boss is ruining my life," you can shift to, "I can't control my boss, but I can control my work, my attitude, and my next steps." That small shift in perspective transforms frustration into clarity. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you embrace this truth, blame disappears, and responsibility becomes your greatest power. And here's the beauty: once you stop blaming, you feel lighter. You stop carrying bitterness, anger, and resentment. You realize those emotions only chain you to the struggle. By letting them go, you free yourself to move forward. So, if you've noticed that you no longer waste time blaming others, it's a powerful sign. It means you're breaking free from the cycle of suffering. It means your struggles are not controlling you anymore. You are rising above them, and that's when healing begins. 2. You're more patient with yourself. When we're struggling, we often become our own worst critics. We expect ourselves to heal fast, succeed quickly, or get everything right immediately. And when things don't happen on our timeline, we beat ourselves up even more. This impatience only adds fuel to the fire of struggle. But when you notice that you've started being kinder to yourself, it's a sign of real growth. Instead of demanding instant results, you allow yourself to take one step at a time. You begin to understand that growth is a process, not a race. The Stoics believed that great change never happens overnight. Marcus Aurelius once said, "No great thing is created suddenly." Just like a tree takes years to grow strong roots, your inner strength also needs time. Patience is the soil in which your growth happens. When you are patient with yourself, you stop comparing your journey to others. You no longer say, "They are ahead and I'm behind." Instead, you realize that your journey is unique and rushing only creates anxiety. Patience helps you focus on steady progress, not quick results. Think about it. Every struggle you've faced so far has taken time to heal. Did you notice? The more you pressured yourself, the worse it felt. But the moment you allowed yourself to breathe and move slowly, things started improving. That calmness is the reward of patience. Being patient also means forgiving yourself for mistakes. Instead of calling yourself a failure, you start to see mistakes as lessons. You don't quit after falling. You give yourself time to stand back up stronger. That gentle attitude shows maturity. Patience with yourself is a powerful sign that your struggle is losing its grip. Why? Because impatience comes from fear, but patience comes from strength. When you are no longer afraid of how long it will take, it means you trust yourself and the process. So if you've noticed that you are gentler, calmer, and more patient with yourself these days, celebrate it. It means you are healing. It means your struggles are almost over. Patience is not weakness. It's proof that you are stronger than the storm. 3. You focus only on what you can control. One of the biggest reasons struggles feel endless is because we spend energy on things we cannot change. We worry about the past, stress over the future, or obsess about what others think of us. All this effort only drains us, leaving us weaker and more frustrated. The moment you shift your focus only to what you can control, everything changes. This is the heart of Stoic wisdom. You stop wasting time trying to control people, outcomes, or events beyond your reach, and instead you direct your energy inward, where your real power lies. The Stoics divided life into two parts: things within your control and things outside your control. Your thoughts, your actions, your choices, that's within your control. But other people's opinions, the weather, the economy, even tomorrow, those are not. Once you truly understand this difference, peace begins to return. For example, if someone insults you, you cannot control their words, but you can control whether you react with anger or stay calm. If you lose a job, you cannot control that loss, but you can control how you prepare for the next opportunity. This mindset turns setbacks into strength. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That single truth can end half of your suffering. Because most of our pain doesn't come from reality itself. It comes from trying to control what we never could. When you focus only on your effort, not the outcome, you stop living in fear. You become calmer, more productive, and more resilient. Life still throws challenges at you, but you don't feel powerless anymore. You know exactly where to put your energy. This shift is a huge sign that your struggles are close to ending. Why? Because once your mind stops chasing what it cannot control, it stops fighting pointless battles. And when the battles inside you end, the struggles outside no longer seem so heavy. So, if you've noticed that you no longer waste time on things you can't change, and you're investing your energy only where it matters, you're already winning. This is not just a sign of growth, it's a sign that peace is finding its way back to you. 4. You find lessons in pain. When struggles hit, our first reaction is usually to ask, "Why me?" Pain feels unfair, and it's natural to see it as punishment. But over time, if you begin to see pain differently, not as something that destroys you, but as something that teaches you, it's a powerful sign your struggles are nearing their end. The Stoics believed that pain is not an enemy, but a teacher. Epictetus said, "Difficulties show a man to himself." In other words, struggles reveal your true strength, your character, and what you are truly capable of. Pain, though unpleasant, shapes you into a wiser, tougher version of yourself. Think about the hardest moments of your life. Didn't they teach you patience, self-control, or resilience? You may not have enjoyed those lessons, but they gave you tools you carry with you today. Pain carves out space in your soul for wisdom to grow. When you start asking, "What can I learn from this?" instead of "Why is this happening to me?" you shift from victimhood to power. This small change in perspective reduces suffering because you no longer see pain as pointless. You see it as part of your growth. For example, heartbreak teaches you the value of self-love. Failure teaches you humility and persistence. Loss teaches you gratitude for the moments you had. Every painful experience carries a hidden gift, but only if you are willing to look for it. The beauty of finding lessons in pain is that it removes fear. When you realize that even the worst experiences can shape you for the better, you stop running from hardship. You face life with courage, knowing that nothing is wasted, not even your suffering. This mindset is proof that your struggles are no longer controlling you. Instead of being crushed by pain, you are being shaped by it. And the moment pain becomes your teacher, the weight of the struggle begins to lift. So if you've reached a point where you no longer curse your hardships, but instead search for the wisdom inside them, take heart. That's not weakness, it's transformation. It's the clearest sign that your struggles are already turning into strength. 5. You feel calmer, even in chaos. One of the clearest signs that your struggles are ending is when you feel a new kind of calmness, even while life around you is messy. The problems may still exist, the challenges may still test you, but inside you no longer panic like before. That calmness is proof of inner strength. In the past, every small problem would shake you. You would overthink, worry, or get angry at the things you couldn't control. But now, even in the middle of chaos, you can breathe deeply and remind yourself, "This too shall pass." That shift in mindset is a sign of real growth. The Stoics compared life to sailing a ship. You cannot control the wind or the storms, but you can control how you steer. Chaos is the storm outside, but calmness is the captain inside you, guiding the ship through the waves without fear. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." When you practice this truth, chaos loses its power over you. The noise of the world becomes background while your mind stays focused, steady, and clear. This calmness doesn't mean you've given up. It means you've stopped fighting battles you can't win. You're no longer wasting energy on anger, fear, or anxiety. Instead, you've built an inner fortress of peace that chaos cannot break. Think about it. Calmness in the storm shows you've already overcome half the struggle, because the real battle is not outside, it's inside. When your heart and mind are steady, no external situation can truly defeat you. This is why feeling calm during chaos is a powerful sign that your struggles are ending. It shows that your inner world is stronger than the outer storm. It means you are no longer controlled by circumstances. You are guided by wisdom. So if you notice yourself staying calm in situations that once broke you, smile. That calmness is proof of victory. It means the storm is losing its grip and you are stepping into a life of strength, freedom, and unshakable peace. Conclusion. Life will always bring struggles, but struggles are not forever. They are seasons, and just like winter, they eventually pass. The Stoics remind us that the pain we face is not here to break us, but to prepare us, to shape us into someone stronger, wiser, and calmer. If you notice these 5 signs in your life, you've stopped blaming others, you're more patient with yourself, you focus only on what you can control, you find lessons in pain, and you feel calmer even in chaos, then take heart. These are not small changes. They are proof that you are rising above your struggles and the storm is already losing its power. Your journey is not about avoiding challenges, it's about transforming through them. The fire of hardship may be painful, but remember what Seneca said, "Fire tests gold and adversity tests the brave." You are that gold, and your struggles are polishing you into your strongest self. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who might need this wisdom today. Together, let's build a community that faces life's storms with courage, patience, and unshakable peace.